technological innovation is really what moves the world. The famous economist, who is considered actually the father of innovation, Joseph Schumpeter, coined a term called creative destruction. And he basically said that innovation explains the growth of countries, the growth of firms, and that it comes in the form of creative destruction. And by that, he meant that it creates new markets that did not exist before, and also destructs existing structures, existing balance of powers, and stuff like that. So this is exactly what I'm trying to cover in this short module. If you remember, for instance, a company like Nokia that used to have 43% of the market for mobile phones and disappeared in less than 7 years, basically went from leader to nothing. That's a great example of the destructive power of innovation. So in this particular module, I'm going to try to discuss with you that nobody's safe from innovation, and that innovation can actually disrupt even the most high-tech firms. And that's why companies like Amazon, companies like Apple and Facebook, they spend a lot of money trying to keep up with innovation and trying to disrupt themselves, and actually even oftentimes buying and paying incredible amounts of money to try to buy companies that could potentially be a threat in the future. So in the module that I have a little time, so I'm going to cover two basic topics. One of them is how incumbents respond to technological change that is actually challenging their industries. It's actually very interesting to see the different patterns of responses. And then the second one is when does it make sense to enter an industry? Do you enter early or late in the industry? And why does it matter? This is a very famous concept called first mover advantage. We're going to be covering and questioning that concept actually in this. So to begin, what I'd like to ask you is to watch a video that I produced. Actually, it's a summary of a documentary that I would highly recommend that you watch. It's called Who Killed the Electric Car? And it's a documentary which is about an hour and a half, and I have put pieces of that documentary into like 12-14 minutes, and I'd like you to watch it first, and then after you watch it, we'll discuss the two concepts that I told you I was going to cover: responses of incumbents, and when does it make sense to enter an industry. Okay, so watch that video.